calls me a woman of many firsts. 2, 3, 4 weeks back, we were celebrating 100 years of our Dr. Chiepe, who we are told that she's a woman of many firsts. And I want to say I'm trending in the right direction as a woman. I guess one day I will indeed have this many firsts behind me. The few that I have achieved, I want to really thank God for what He has done. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to commemorate the 3rd Annual ICT Graduates Conference, which was born in 2020 during that very difficult year for everyone. It was a tough year for me, and I guess it was a tough year for you. And having worked and having done successful things in my profession, I believe that I had achieved a lot, and I believed that I was doing so well at that point in time, but it came to reality when I was told to leave my job. And it also happened at the time when I had just jumped from a very good job, from an employer of choice, I would call them. They deem themselves like that in the country, and I still value them as my grooming ground. I jumped ship because of one thing. I wasn't looking for money at the time. I felt I want to grow. And you know, when you've worked so hard and so well in one organization, you currently end up chilling. Nothing excites you. Nothing gives you something to look forward to every day. You know the ground, you know the people, you know how to move around your environment. So everything is well and good. But I needed something more than that. So there was an edge in me that said, you know what, time is ticking. I had told myself at 50, I'm going to own an ICT consultancy business or company, you name it. I had worked so much to develop myself. I had worked so much to grow people around me. I work a lot with young people, not only today, but my life has been filled up with young people from childhood. And even in my profession, as I continue to work, I gave them opportunities as interns, I gave them opportunities as attaches, I gave them opportunities as volunteers. So I always wanted the best for them. But again, I always thought, these companies that are saving us, I don't think I learned the quality of the service that they're giving us. And most of the time, I was the one to teach them what to do, as much as I was paying them. So I thought I was going to own this company that is going to be very excellent. Hence the name Service Excellence. I will give quality and excellent service to my customers and to my clients. And that's what I really wanted. So at the point of moving, I moved to an organization which is a parastatal, and it helps startup businesses. So I thought, God has opened a door. Many people ask me, Segametsi, where are you going? I said, I don't know, but I think I'm in the right direction. I think when I get there and serve my 5-year contract, 2-3 years, it will be before my 50 years. So at that point, I knew I would have started something. And I knew at 50, I'll be owning up a company. Remember, I was looking at retirement at 50. I wasn't thinking business when I was still working. I was comfortable, I was happy. So I thought 50 was a good time. But I look at those who are 50 today and I think God created this opportunity somehow in the midst of the difficulty that I was in. Because I look at 50 and I think, this is the wrong time to start a business. If anybody needs to start a business, it is you guys. And it is today, and it is now. Hence our theme today, many options. There are many, quite plenty. But remember entrepreneurship. Start it even when you are working. Be an entrepreneur even in your own environment, even in your own home, even when you are not working. Try something, start something small. Because the skill that you are going to get now will help you to traverse even into the future as you become bigger and bigger in your dreaming and in your setup. So having gone that journey, 2020, I started Service Excellence. It wasn't easy when I lost my job. I keep saying to people, I think I cried only for 2 weeks. There was no time to cry. I had so much experience that I felt, this is the time to start a business. If I can't start a business, then I must look for a job. So I had those two options. I started looking for a job. At the same time, I started profiling Service Excellence. It wasn't easy. Because for the first time in my life, trust me, I mean first time, I've never applied for a job, went for an interview, and not gotten an offer. I would rather turn it down. Since I graduated, things were as easy as that for me. But for the first time in 2020, I applied for jobs, I never got responses. Never. Until December, I was called for an interview, and I was not successful. And for the first time, I thought, wait a minute. But at the time, I had started profiling service excellence. And when I was profiling service excellence, that was the time when we were in COVID. I like what Moriti said, take time on your own. We were forced to be in that one corner, on your own. And in that one corner, on my own, I thought, you know what, 18 years of quality service in all the organizations that I've worked. What about this graduate who is graduating virtually? Who doesn't know what the future holds? Who worked for 4 years studying so hard and now is faced with the risk of unemployment, the threats of COVID, we don't know where they will end, and these guys must be disgruntled as much as I am. But I have something to give back to them. So that was the foundation of ICT Graduates Conference. I remember talking to a friend around independence in 2020, and he was saying, maybe start it next year. I talked to another friend and said, maybe move it to February after COVID. I said, you know, students are graduating now, September, October, November. I want to do it now. I had that edge. I want to catch them when they are still fresh from graduation and share with them, motivate them, inspire them. Nothing technical. They have gone through technical stuff in class. Nothing technical today. Just help them to face life. So I started ICT Graduates Conference in 2020. It was held for the first time in that November. And we had the theme, ICT skills. Remember, we are in the COVID era. Remember, everyone is virtual. Remember, we are also in the 4IR, digital era. So the skill that is most needed is what you guys have from the classroom. But you need to expand on what you have learned from the classroom. So I felt this is the time to say to them, don't look down upon yourself. Don't worry much. You have something. Go to the nearest mouse. Take your phone, take your laptop, take your book, and say, I want to help you do stock control. Do spreadsheet. Help them do something. Manage their finances. See income and expenses. Basic things. Don't just sit and cry all day long or be on Facebook and Twitter and everything all day long. Do something today. And we were very glad to have received support and sponsorships, and everyone who attended the first conference. We were only limited to 50 then. We moved to 2021. Our theme again, your network, your footprint, your future. Again, to the young people, who is in your network? That was the message. Who are you associating with? Do you know that you are leaving a footprint wherever you go? And that footprint, as you leave it, do you know that is defining your future? And that was the theme for last year. To say to them, there is more to life than just the certificate. There are people who are making it without the certificate. What more of you with the certificate? And we are gathered here today, thankful to all the support. We have opened up wider this year and said, let us try, have 100 in attendance. And I see, for me, it's multitude. Ke tshwana le reole o reng a thopilwe ke batho ba le 5 aba bona multitude at the stadium. So today, and I am thankful to the support. I thank my speakers. I thank everyone who is here. Life is good. It is what you make out of it. I'm not sad. I'm not crying. There is time to cry. There is time for everything. But once you have cried, once you have fallen on your knees, you will rise up and run. Don't even walk slowly. Walk tall. And this is what Service Excellence is out to do. Thank you so much.